Imagine you are walking through a dense forest. Your eyes are scanning for movement, and your ears are listening for the snap of a twig. For us humans, vision and hearing are our primary guides. We often assume that monkeys are exactly the same. We look at their large forward-facing eyes and assume they navigate their world almost entirely by sight. But what if I told you that there is an invisible language floating through the trees that tells a completely different story? A story written in invisible chemicals that reveals secrets about who is in charge, who is ready for love, and exactly where the best food is hiding. This secret world of scent is far more powerful than scientists realized for decades. And today, we are going to uncover just how vital the sense of smell is for our primate cousins. Before we dive into this hidden sensory world, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button for our channel. MonkeyLo, we are dedicated to bringing you the most fascinating insights into the lives of monkeys from all around the globe. Also, please, take a quick moment to click the like button and share this video with a friend who loves animals. It really helps us out. Now, let us follow our noses into the wild. For a long time, researchers believed that as primates evolved and their vision got sharper, their sense of smell became weak and unimportant. The theory was that you cannot be great at everything, so monkeys traded a good nose for great eyes. But recent studies have completely flipped this idea on its head. It turns out that for many monkey species, the nose is not just an accessory, it is a survival tool as important as their hands or eyes. But the way they use this sense changes drastically depending on where in the world they live. You might be wondering why geography matters for a nose. Well, the answer lies in a split that happened millions of years ago between monkeys in the Americas and monkeys in Africa and Asia. Let us start with the monkeys of South and Central America, known as New World monkeys. If you were a monkey living in these dense tropical forests, your nose would be your best friend. Many of these species, like the spider monkey or the capuchin, have a much better sense of smell than their old world cousins. Why is that? One reason is the environment. In the thick layers of leaves high above the ground, visibility can be poor. You cannot always see the fruit hidden behind a wall of green, but the wind carries clues. A spider monkey can sniff out a ripe fig from a surprising distance long before it is visible. This saves them precious energy. Instead of climbing to every tree to check if fruit is ready, they just inhale. If it does not smell sweet, they do not bother moving. But food is only the boring part of the story. The real drama happens when we look at how they talk to each other without making a sound. Consider the marmosets and tamarins. These small, energetic monkeys are the masters of chemical warfare and chemical romance. They possess specialized scent glands that act like personal ink stamps. If you observe a tamarin, you might see it rubbing its chest or the area around its tail against a branch. To a human observer, this looks like they are just scratching an itch. But in reality, they are leaving a complex biochemical message. This mark contains information about their gender, their dominant status, and even their health. It is like leaving a detailed social media profile on a tree branch for the next monkey to read. When another tamarin comes along, they do not just sniff the spot, they analyze it. They can tell exactly who was there and how long ago. But here is the part that will keep you guessing. How do they interpret these messages so accurately? They have a secret weapon called the vomeronasal organ. This is a specialized structure located just above the roof of the mouth. It is distinct from the regular sense of smell. While the nose picks up regular odors like fruit or flowers, this special organ detects pheromones, which are chemical signals sent between animals of the same species. When a monkey wants to use this super sense, they might make a funny face where they curl their lips back or stare intensely with their mouth slightly open. This helps pump the scent molecules right into that special organ. It allows them to decode the emotional and physical state of their neighbors. But just wait until you hear about the behaviors some monkeys use to spread these scents, because it gets a little messy. We have to talk about something called urine washing. It sounds exactly as unpleasant as it is. Squirrel monkeys and capuchins are famous for this. Instead of avoiding their own waste, they will intentionally urinate on their hands and feet. Then they rub their hands together, and walk around the forest. You might ask, why on earth would they do such a thing? It seems unsanitary and counterproductive. But in the monkey world, this is the height of communication. By coating their hands and feet in their own scent, they leave a trail everywhere they walk. It helps them grip the branches better, which is a nice bonus. But the main goal is to broadcast their presence. A dominant male squirrel monkey washes with urine to tell everyone nearby that he is the boss. It is an intimidation tactic that requires no fighting. The smell alone is enough to make rivals think twice. Now, you might be thinking that surely the larger monkeys of Africa and Asia do not rely on smell this much. After all, old world monkeys like baboons and macaques have excellent vision and faces that can make very complex expressions. For a long time, science said they lost their reliance on smell, but nature is full of surprises. While it is true that their sense of smell is slightly less sensitive than the New World monkeys, it is far from useless. In fact, it plays a crucial role in the most critical aspect of life, which is reproduction. Take the mandrill, for example. You know them for their vibrant blue and red faces. We assume those bright colors are the only signal they send to each other. We think the redder the nose, the more dominant the male. That is true, but it is only half the picture. Mandrills also have a scent gland in the middle of their chest. Dominant males will rub this chest gland against trees. The scent they leave behind is distinct and powerful. Chemical analysis has shown that the chemical composition of this scent changes as the male rises in rank. A top-tier alpha male smells completely different from a subordinate male. It is a chemical badge of rank that backs up the visual brightness of his face. So even if a rival cannot see the alpha, they can smell his authority in the air. But the mystery deepens when we look at how mothers and babies connect. We often talk about the visual bond or the sound of a baby crying, but smell is the very first connection a monkey mother has with her infant. In the first few minutes after birth, a mother will spend a lot of time sniffing her baby. This establishes a unique olfactory signature. In the chaotic environment of a large troop, where there might be many babies, knowing exactly what your own child smells like is essential. Experiments have shown that monkey mothers can distinguish the smell of their own infant from a stranger infant without even looking. This invisible tether keeps the family unit together, even in the dark or in the confusion of a predator alarm. Speaking of the dark, we have to mention the owl monkey. These are the only truly nocturnal monkeys. Living in the dark means eyes are useful but limited. You can only see as far as the moonlight allows. For the owl monkey, the nose becomes a primary navigation system. They use scent marking significantly more than many daytime monkeys. As they move through the blackness of the night forest, they leave scent trails that act like a roadmap. This ensures that they can find their way back to their sleeping hollow before the sun comes up. Without these smell highways, they might get lost or separated from their group in the pitch-black forest. It makes you wonder what other invisible maps are drawn all over the forest that we humans simply walk right through without noticing. There is also a fascinating link between smell and memory. Just like how the smell of fresh cookies might remind you of your childhood home, monkeys have strong scent memories. They can remember the smell of a specific predator for years. If a wind blows the scent of a jaguar or a leopard towards a troop of monkeys, they will react instantly, even if the predator is completely hidden. This reaction is instant and instinctive. They do not wait to see the spots of the leopard. The molecule in the air is enough to trigger a life-saving alarm call. This suggests that their olfactory bulb, the part of the brain that processes smell, is hardwired directly into their fear center. It is an early warning system that has kept them alive for millions of years. Let us circle back to the topic of food, because this is where the difference between species gets really interesting. Some monkeys are what we call generalists, meaning they eat almost anything. Others are specialists. The specialists, who look for very specific seeds or rare fruits, often have the most tuned noses. There are fruits in the rainforest that are hard and green and look exactly like the leaves around them. To a human eye, they are invisible. But to a saki monkey or a titi monkey, these fruits scream their location through scent. These monkeys can detect the chemical ripening of a fruit from a tree away. This prevents them from wasting energy cracking open a fruit that is not ready yet. In a world where energy efficiency is the difference between life and death, a good nose is an energy saver. It is also important to understand that this sense is not static. It changes with the seasons. During mating seasons, the sensitivity of male monkeys to certain smells increases dramatically. It is as if their brain turns up the volume on their nose. They become hyper-aware of the scent of females. This ensures that they do not miss a strictly limited window of opportunity to pass on their genes. The biology of the monkey actually shifts to prioritize smell over other senses during these critical weeks. It shows just how flexible and adaptive their sensory world really is. We tend to look at monkeys and see little versions of ourselves. We see their hands and their faces, and we project our own experience of the world onto them. We assume they see what we see and smell what we smell. But the reality is that they live in a much richer and more complex sensory landscape. They are walking through clouds of information that are completely invisible to us. They are reading stories on the bark of trees and hearing warnings in the breeze. The importance of smell for different monkey species is not just a minor detail. It is a fundamental pillar of their society, their survival, and their daily life. From the tiny tamarin, leaving a message on a twig, to the mighty mandrill announcing his dominance, the air around them is thick with meaning. So the next time you see a monkey at a zoo or in a documentary, watch its nose. Watch how it flares its nostrils or pauses to sniff the air. It is not just breathing, it is reading the news. It is checking its social media. It is scanning for danger. It is doing 1,000 things that we are only just beginning to understand. The more we study this, the more we realize that to truly understand primates, we cannot just look at them. We have to understand the invisible world they breathe in every single day. If you enjoy videos like this one, please take a second to like, share, and subscribe. It helps us continue growing and bringing more videos. Also, comment down below which monkey topic would you like to see from us next. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.